downtown. I fucking everywhere. Uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown. I fucking everywhere. Uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown. I fucking everywhere. Uptown, uptown.
Bro, why are you not trying to move, bro? Get from the station, Drake.
It's either y'all get y'all ones, or we all just gonna spit off on you, bro. Yeah. So you got about like 5 seconds. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. 1, 2, 3.
You want to get your ones with me?
Yeah, I'm
what
being dead ass.
Fool.
I'm not playing. You know, fool, you realize scar me for life. I'm really telling you this like a man, bro. Oh, God. You say you was my man, fool. No men smack each other. So come on. They not gonna jump in if you get your ones.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Why you sleep this night bird?
I ain't tell no one, fool. You know who was dead that night, bro? Right or wrong, Jay? That's not no mad time, bro. You know I was still mad when you got me up that day. Come on. Now, come on. Man, what the fuck? What you got?
All right,
Can I get a pack of Capri with 20 minutes long?
I'm good.
19.
Got that good smoke.
Hey, yo, black men, what's happening, man? Peace. Now, what you guys just watched is the reality and pretty much the timeline of being a young black boy in America, raised up in a household with a single mother, right? Now, the first clip, that's very disturbing. That little boy, he caught an attitude, he got frustrated, and I really feel bad for that new batch of children. What's the generation called? Um, I'm Gen Z. I think the generation after me is Gen Y or Gen Alpha. I don't know. Any kid right now, I would say 14 and under right now, especially in the age range of, I would say 5 to 10. Yeah, about 5 to 10 up to about 14. And of course, the newborn up until about 5 years old range. Those kids right there, and those parents actually are parents from my generation. Because for the most part, and I would say late millennials as well. But the kids who are being raised by the young women from my generation, again, because most girls I knew started having kids around 18, 21, 24, 25. So any kid, I would say, again, under 10 years old right now, oh man, it's a wrap. Whether you have Gen X, I'm sorry, I said Gen X. Whether you have Gen Z parents who are in their early 20s or mid to late 20s, or you have late millennial parents who are in their early 30s right now, it's a wrap. I mean, based off that video, that young woman, she looks about 20 range, 20, mid 20s, maybe late 20s, but she's in the bathroom making a TikTok. Like, as a young kid right now, man, these young kids, they're gonna have to fight a lot in school. Your mom is on TikTok showing off her buns. Your mom's on OnlyFans showing off her buns. You feel me? Your mom sex tape is getting posted on the hub. Your mom is doing all types of stuff for clout, saying that I'm doing the best for my children. I'm sacrificing for my children. You know, and one thing about success, right, is different for everybody depending on your upbringing. And for these young kids growing up in these environments with a single mother, I'm like, man, listen, eh, I'm 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 just sitting here thinking about it because, like I said, when I lived in Atlanta, that was baby mother central. So me being 25, right, I knew women from as old as I want to say 31, 32, all the way down to as young as I'm gonna say 22, who were mothers. And I'm thinking back on like, yo, they had these babies in motels or extended stays, going from this man's house to that man's house to this man's house. Then you might have a place on your own for a little bit. You got this man hugging your son, this man kissing your baby. And again, for the sons, the daughters, the daughter just become a carbon copy of the mother. You know what I'm saying? If she's a single mom doing this, and then the third, yeah, the daughter gonna grow up to be the same thing. But the sons, the sons are the ones that usually have a chance. But, you know, in his case, it's a little bit harder to get swallowed up by the culture if you figure out how to maneuver. And again, with a woman like that being your mom, dude, you're not gonna, mm-mm. Like, your dad was dumb enough to put a baby in a woman who is willing to show buns on TikTok, probably has a OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Just a freaky bum. So, your dad probably can't tell you much. You know what I'm saying? And he probably don't have much to even give you or pass down, or, just knowledge to install inside of you. So it's pretty much a failure from right there, man. But what I'm getting at with this video, dude, it's about the kids. Now, I just talked about the first clip with the little boy in the bathroom with his mom. And look, those same young boys, right? In the second clip where the kid was fighting in the train station, listen, listen, those same young boys, man, they grow up to be a kid in that young man's position. Now you hear him talking to his friends, you know, other bastard Tyrone children, all probably growing up in single mother households. And he's talking about, oh, bro, you used to be my man's. Oh, bro, you know better. Oh, that's not the code. And, they're trying to threaten him, saying, bro, listen, if you get your fair ones, we're not going to jump in. And then he gets jumped and robbed. It was 7 versus 1. But your same son from the bathroom, and I'm not saying that's the same kid, but usually that's the timeline. You grow up with a mom like that. Listen, in about 7 years, because who knows how old that kid was, but let's say he's around 7, 8, 9 years old. In about 7 years, fast forward, this is the reality he's living now in the streets, trying to be tough with Tyrone's bastard sons. And now he finds himself in a predicament where he's getting jumped by 7 kids. Do you understand what kind of situation you're in. You're fighting 7 people. 7 people are throwing punches and kicks at you, and at the end they go in his pockets and take whatever he has. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least he gets to live to see another day. But again, when you start hanging out with Tyrone's bastard sons, and these guys want to join gangs and join these street crews, neighborhood crews, and you guys want to hurt people, rob people, you want to steal, you know, all types of nonsense, right? This is the reality, man. Because at this point now, that same young boy from the bathroom, when he's growing up and he's reaching into his adulthood, I'm sorry, into his young teenage adult life, right? When that same young boy from the bathroom is growing up and he's reaching his teenage years, now he's trying to find himself. Now he's looking for guidance. Now he's looking for a place where he can fit in. And I'm hoping this young man from that video, he notices that, listen, I don't fit into the culture. And I feel like, them teenage years, that's the most critical years for a young black boy, where you need your father, man. Your ass shaking, TikTok dancing mama, she can't teach you nothing. All she can do is just get fucked by the next man and have her hand out, dude. You know what I'm saying? She need her rent paid. She got her hand out. She's on a voucher. Still have her hand out. She might even want you to go to the streets, sell drugs, and commit crimes to pay her $400 rent. You know what I'm saying? But see, once a young boy hits about 11, 12, 13, that's the ages where he needs to get with his father. He's going to be transitioning into the next level where you become a man. And now, when you become a man, listen, a man can teach a boy how to be a man. When you're growing up with your mom and you're reaching your teenage years and you're going through the motions, man, you're trying to learn about girls, trying to learn about what you want to do in life. You're just trying to figure out, what's gonna work for me. A man can help guide you through that. Specifically your biological father. Key word I said, it was biological. Black women, and this is the funny thing, when they do choose to raise their boys, I think this is what black women do. They know that the teenage years are a critical time period to be in a child's life. So I think when the boys, if you're lucky enough to get married to that black woman and she hasn't divorced you, she will divorce you before before your young boy becomes a teenager, because she knows that's where she can derail him the most. You know what I'm saying? And if they do choose to get with a stepdad and be married to a stepdad around that time, she wants the stepdad to install his knowledge and his wisdom and his financial security into that Tyrone's bastard kid. And I'm like, no, that's where black men, you got to stop being stepdads, because they want you to put everything that you have gained in life into that bastard. And it's no diss towards the kid himself, but it's the fact that she wants to create a super child like Captain America. She wants the kid to have Tyrone stats where he grows to be 6'3", 250. But I want the intellectual man, I want the productive man to install wisdom, knowledge, and understanding into you. That's not how that works. Again, right software, wrong hardware. Some kids just aren't equipped to learn. You know what I'm saying? In a mental capacity or within the environment. Again, those Tyrones that you saw beating up on that young boy, the Pookie kids. Listen, you can't go install wisdom, knowledge, and understanding into those kids. And I'm not saying that those kids will be failures in life, but again, wrong hardware, right software. Like those kids won't be able to receive the teachings, man. Like I said, and the kids who hit that age, that teenage age, they're looking to fit in, they're looking to make friends. I mentioned before that you end up befriending these same kids, and mainly for two reasons. You see how these same kids, and it starts from young, because I also mentioned this in one of my videos with my female friends. That's the number one thing. You see how the females, the younger black women of your cohort, they're giving these same guys all of the love, all of the attention. Even in high school, listen, people be talking about, oh man, listen, girls, they don't be doing nothing, man. Stop that crap. Girls are having sex, especially black women from 13 years old, maybe even 12, if she's not being, sexually harassed at home. If she's making a conscious decision to do it herself, it's about 13 years old. Black women are having sex, they're getting sexually active. And by the time they hit 16, 17, 18, 15, around them ages, dude, they're fully active, bro. So these young men, in their teenage range, and I've spoken to guys in the teenage range, and I've seen it, I've lived it to experience it. And now that I'm like 10 years older than being a 15-year-old, I'm sorry, now that I'm like 12, 11 years older than a 15-year-old, I can now see, yo, the only reason why you hang around these type of guys is because you see how, you know, women will just like really give their all to these young men. And you thinking, well, listen, and maybe if I transform too, you know what I'm saying, I'll get the same love too. I'm listen, back in the day, man, Grape Street Crip had my area on lock, dude. Everybody wanted to be Grape Street. I remember when nobody wanted to be Crip. And then out of nowhere, listen, Grape Street, Rolling 60s, dudes was gang making out their mind. Like it was insane, bro. But they had the area on lock. You feel me? And I remember back in the day, all of the black women, all of them, dude, all of them were just fiending, drooling over those Grape Street dudes. And what's funny is, man, most of them guys who are especially around my age, those guys are dead right now or serving long prison bids. It's funny how even back then in high school, those guys were going to jail from back then. But fast forward now, these guys again, a good portion of these guys are dead, uh, or serving long bids, man. And it's crazy to think, like why do black women love these type of men? Like again, if you're not trying to go be an athlete, then and then I don't even think the athlete gets the same love these street guys get. It's just crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me, but ultimately, one thing that these guys tend to lack when you grow up with your mom, you lack how to control your emotions, man. Your emotional intelligence, man. These guys are just like black women. The young boys respond to situations just like black women do. You cry, you get mad, and then you fight. That's why young black boys always want to fight because you make them mad. They feel like, well, listen, I can prove myself by fighting. You know what I'm saying? If I beat your ass and everything's all good, but you just got exposed intellectually. He made you look stupid, so everybody knows you're stupid. Okay, wow, you can fight, but you're stupid. So all someone got to do is outthink you. All someone got to do is outsmart you. All someone got to do is make you use your brain. Now your head hurts, and now you're ready to get tricked out your position. You know what I'm saying? And in the third video, that's what that leads to, right? In the third video, fast forward, those same young kids who were probably in their, let's say 16, fast forward 8 years. No matter of fact, they're 16. Let's fast forward 15 years, right? So now they're like early 30s, maybe mid 30s, and you see two grown men at the gas station. Now, the guy in the Avrix jacket, again, this is what I'm talking about. For you guys who know about Avrix, that's a streetwear. Back in the days, the coats were about $500-$600. If you want an Avrix today, it's gonna cost you about $2,500 to go get that jacket, dude. So again, who knows when he bought that jacket himself, but I'm sure he didn't pay the price that guys were paying 20 years ago, right? But a same jacket, 2 grand, you know what I'm saying? You're probably wearing some Jordans, or you're probably wearing some kind of other designer brand. Either way it goes, the guy, he didn't say anything to the other guy's girl, but he was checking her out. You know what I'm saying? And apparently Tyrone wasn't jacking that. Tyrone went to the car, the black woman went to the driver's seat. Tyrone pulls a gun out the car, and you kill a man. And you kill a man over what? Looking at your girl? That's the reality. So you can't sit here and tell me those same young men from that video of them jumping that other boy, or maybe even the young boy himself, not to put that jacket on him, those guys can't grow up to be these same kind of guys right here, shooting somebody at the gas station. First of all, you're gambling. You're playing dice at the gas station, dude. You know how many guys die at the gas station because you're playing dice? And again, I mean, he didn't die over the dice game, but come on, man. Somebody's checking out your girl. How about you tell your girl to stop wearing provocative clothes, man? But again, that same black woman is no different from the black woman from the first video. You're wearing clothes that's showing off your different body parts, dancing TikToks, shaking ass in front of your kid in the bathroom, and he has to watch that. I made a video a while back of it was a black woman twerking right on a Hispanic guy, and the son, I forgot the son name. The video went viral. The son got mad. He pushed the Hispanic guy off his mom, and the mom was getting mad, like, "What you doing? What you doing?" And I'm like, "Yo, this is what you guys are doing in front of your kids." That's what I'm saying, man. These young kids growing up right now with these black women do this. It's pretty much a wrap. It's over for you. You know what I'm saying? It's over for you, bro. I'm sorry. And again, that the caption on that video for the gas station, it was saying, these are the type of men our women really respect. Be safe and think twice, 9 to 5, man. Listen, I already know. I've learned my lesson, dude. I've learned my lesson as an 18-year-old. And what's funny is, and agree with me if you want to, disagree with me if you want to, right? In the teenage years, black women, from my experience, they will give the 9 to 5 man, the normal guy, a chance. It's just that you haven't been disqualified yet. They're still going through the ringer. Again, they're learning from their mom, they're learning from their friends, the community, the aunties, the grandmothers, the mothers. They're learning that, listen, you only go for Tyrone. By the time they hit 18, 19, 20, now they're set on only going for Tyrone, right? But in the teenage years, they will give guys a chance because they need to know which men do we need to eliminate. Again, I told you guys, based off of your features, that's how black women say they can read you. So again, they don't really know a lot of things until it's trial and error. So you're going, all right, well, based off of this, all right, I know this. Based off of that, I know this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Some guys, they do get something, but I think it's more of, in a sense, where once they give you a chance, once you get hooked onto the black box, you know what I'm saying? you're gonna pretty much sit around and wait your turn. And that's why I feel like the simps, you know, the simps are sitting around waiting, dude. Simps are like sitting back. Oh, it's been 1 year. It's been 2 years. Oh, it's been 3 years. Fast forward, you're 35 years old. Man, black bitch is not even checking for you. And you're sitting back thinking to yourself, man, well, listen, I'll find a good one day. The simps, man. The simps. The simps, man. And I've had this one picture up on the screen. I've been saving it. Two young black boys. One is 15 years old, one is 16 years old. I'm assuming because based off the report I read, it didn't specify which kid was which, but I'm assuming the kid to the left is 16, the kid to the right is 15. And again, I'm not sure who is who, but apparently one of the boys, again, he killed the other boy over a female at school. And based off what I'm looking at, I'm going with the kid on the left, dude. I mean, rest in peace to him if it's not, but I'm going with the kid on the left as the aggressor. And that's one thing that they stated in the report was that the kid was the aggressor. And he shot the other young boy at lunch in the school bathroom over a girl. So that's what I'm saying, right? You see how the older man from the gas station shot a man over a female, and the young boy who's a teenager shot the other boy over a girl at school. Black man, you see again, like I said, success might be different for you depending on your upbringing, but man, this is the life of a black boy who becomes a statistic. This is the timeline. How again, I know that underdog story is cool. People want to my thing is why do people even spring for the underdog story? Like and I'm gonna be honest, dude. No one gives a fuck about the underdog story for real. Because that's not the reality of most successful people. Most successful people come from a healthy background. They come from two-parent households. They were either honor roll or just I'll say at least average students in high school. If they did go to college, again, maybe in a average to above average honor roll student in college as well. They went off to get them a good degree within a certain field that actually pays money. Like most people who become successful in life, they didn't have this, oh, my mom was feeding me oodles and noodles, man. I was eating porks and beans every night for 6 months straight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mom, she was getting fucked by multiple men. And I had to go play football to get out the hood. Like, nah, dude. Those underdog stories, those children of the corn stories, man. Listen, those rags to riches. That stuff is, again, it's first of all, those stories are glorified to give black kids a chance or to give black children hope that maybe I can go rap and maybe I can go and become a football player or a basketball player and then I'll buy my mom a house. What? You gotta buy your mom a house because your dad, the Tyrone dad, he never did anything? Come on, dude. Again, most successful people come from healthy households. At least in every other racial group, they sure do. How is it that white people are able to produce, on average, more successful children compared to, of course, compared to black? It's an economic thing. Yes, of course, obviously. Asian people are able to produce more successful children on average. Indian people able to produce more successful children. And again, success might be different for you depending on your upbringing. But if your upbringing was oodles and noodles, porks and beans, Section 8 vouchers, and this backwater plantation nigga loving upbringing, I mean, dude, having just the smallest things would be considered success for you. For kids who grow up in those healthy households, again, success is different for them, and they become more successful than what their parents was because again, their parents had something and stored that knowledge and wisdom and understanding into the children. That's why I keep telling people, listen, black man, you need to go and get with a non-black woman, dude. That's the pro-black thing to do because either way, for you guys having this is the reality. For you guys having kids with black women here in America, first of all, you're not gonna have custody of your kids. She's going to leave you. It's not about if, it's about when she's going to leave you. And that's if you're lucky enough to get married. You know what I'm saying? For you guys who are the 9 to 5 guy, you might not even have a chance to reproduce with a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need to get up out of there. The only way you're gonna get a kid from a black woman is if she already has a kid by a Tyrone. So your best bet is stepdad or to just be used. And that's the guys I make content for. But if somehow, some way you luck up, get a kid out of a black woman, dude, you're not gonna grow up with that kid. You might be with the kid in the infant stage, the toddler stage, the stages where you can't really nip bad behavior in the butt. You know what I'm saying? And then when the time comes for you to actually be a father and be the father in the ways a father is supposed to be a father, listen, she's going to divorce you, separate you from the kid, and now she can take control because ultimately with black women, they look for control. Like that's the easiest way to avoid black women, dude. Stay away from positions where they can fight you on control. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, shit, even in customer service, dude. They want control, and when access to control is denied, they go on a rampage. They malfunction. They start to break down. So I'm just letting you guys know, listen, that's the reality, man. But listen, if you get with a woman who is, again, not black, I mean, somebody might say, oh, bro, African women, I mean, I'm not in Africa, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if a woman has been in America long enough, she's no longer whatever her nationality is anymore. She is now of American westernized standards, putting the system to good use. You know what I'm saying? So at least if you get with an Asian woman, at least if you get with a Hispanic woman or a white woman, you have a lower probability of your kid growing up in a single parent household. You have a lower probability of your kid becoming a statistic. You know what I'm saying? And if you get your passport, if you escape, you can really minimize a lot of these things, dude. You can, you know what I'm saying? But the pro-black thing, as a black man right now in America, the pro-black thing is to not give up your seed to a westernized black woman. Anyways, black man, I'm done. I'm out. Peace.